what's going on YouTube? This is Roman again from Strength by Doing. Sorry for the noise. You probably always hear in my videos. It's engineering, electrical stuff you hear all the time. I'm trying to stay hidden. But a lot of times I see people that are posing their own setbacks all the time. They're in their own way of success. People that usually are passive aggressive about saying, or passive comparative, saying that they could have done better, they've seen somebody else that wasn't doing as good as they should have been doing, or they're comparing themselves all the time to somebody else, and they're saying that they're better than them. Well, you're not better than them until you actually prove it. If you say in bodybuilding, you say that you're better than somebody else, well, prove it by stepping on stage against that person or somewhere else and be like, hey, look, I won this and you didn't. Or, you know, like say you're working into either weightlifting or even cooking. It's like, well, I can cook that better. That's not that great. Or what's so hard about, you know, cooking fancy cupcakes on a TV show for a competition? I mean, how do you really know that you can do something or not do something by just saying the words? I mean, you're sitting there being judgmental, saying that you can or you can't, saying that something's easy. Well, go prove it. Be in that situation. You know, somebody quits on something, it's like they decide after the fact, well, I could have done that. It wouldn't have been so hard if I would have gone in. Well, then why didn't you? Even if you would have failed, you would have still learned something. You would have known that you could have won or you could have failed. I mean, you could have lost. It's just the way it is. Stop holding yourself back. I mean, you're comparing yourself. You're like, oh, I don't think I'm ready. I don't think I'm good enough for that. Well, you won't really know until you actually try. Maybe you're better than that, or maybe you still have some work to do. Maybe you need some humbleness or just realization of what else you need to work on. There's a possibility that you're doing exactly what you need to do and you'll succeed. So really just stop posing those limits on yourself. I mean, I'm extremely tired sometimes, but I still go and work out because I know where I want to be. And if I don't do something, I'm not going to get there. So, you know, if you're doing something, then, you know, join a competition or something, even if it's just an event or just a participation. I participate in mud runs. I don't compete in them, but I participate in them because the only real person I'm ever trying to challenge is myself. I have my own times that I've written down that I want to be able to beat on certain events, and it's just like, you know, that's against myself. I mean, I know that I most of the time that I'm pretty far behind on a lot of stuff, but the thing is that I don't compete because I don't really care about the prizes or anything. I still get all the cool stuff and enjoy the event, but I do compete against myself. That's the biggest thing, is I always try to compete against myself. I know that I can push harder and I can do better, but I don't want the recognition. I don't really care about all that stuff. And it's like, look, I'm just having fun. So, but I always compete with myself. I mean, that's the biggest thing. You know, like, at least I'm out there and doing something. I mean, I've made my YouTube videos and all that stuff. It's something that I always thought was going to be easy. It's not as easy as I thought. It's really hard to think of things to talk about sometimes. But, you know, just take that to heart. You know, when you're getting up and doing something, it's just, you know, just think about that. You know, are you setting yourself back? Are you saying you're not good enough? I mean, go out there and try something new. Go out and do it. I mean, in weightlifting, you set your PRs, or your personal records, or your personal bests, your 1 rep maxes sometimes, maybe 3 times a year. You're not doing it all the time, but the thing is that you won't know how much you've actually been able to, how much further along you've actually progressed unless you actually push that limit. And not necessarily push towards that limit, push into the limit, but you have to push past that. I mean, how do you know where you're at? Are you selling yourself short? Are you stopping ahead? I mean, why not just push past that? It might be painful. You might need some help. But the thing is that you won't know unless you actually try. So get out there and try a little bit harder. Do something for yourself. Be awesome. And I'll talk to you all later. Oh, follow the blog at strengthbydoing.com, facebook.com/strengthbydoing, and Twitter at strengthbydoing. Roman again, so you'll probably see me around. Alright, take care, guys.